production doing a date week 5, you know what I'm saying, as a first date, it is completely and utterly unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Love Island USA Season 8, Episode 24. You guys, first look, we are back at it, you guys. So, it sounds like Kenzie is going to be exploring Gal. And Dylan's not happy about it, but we knew this was going to happen. But Jen, ultimately, you had the decision. You knew that Gal wanted to explore your quote-unquote best friend. You know Kenzie stays with 2 dudes. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't going to be Gal, don't, you know what I'm saying? Would she have tried to double back with Corbin? Because she likes having a team of 2. You know what I'm saying? In the villa. But I feel like, low-key, Jen, this is your fault. You should have chose Ronnie or somebody else not named Gal. So Gal and Kenzie are in the speakeasy. We do not know what is or isn't going to happen if they're going to kiss, but Dylan is pissed. Dylan is pissed, as he should be. As he should be. It is time for you to be on some Dora the Explorer. Pull Amora or Melanie or somebody for a conversation. Pull them for a chat, right? So we've got that going on, right? We have a date finally, you guys. We have a date finally, and Bryce and Trinity are the lucky ones. Now, here's the thing. There should have been a first date after the first week. That's how it used to be old school on the CBS seasons. Like, whoever was given the energy, like after the first week, that was looking like, you know what I'm saying, this couple was a thing. Like, I specifically am remembering season 3 with Trina and Jeremy. They, for all intents and purposes, was like a lock for the finals with how their first week was going, and they got the first date. Unacceptable that we are week 5, episode 24 with the first date. That is unacceptable, and it just shows how much production is focusing more on the drama and the chaos and the freak out challenges of it all, and less about showing us these people actually building any type of romantic connection. Like part of the dates is part of the fanfare. You're in Fiji and you can't get a date until 24 episodes into the show, and this only goes up to 37 episodes. Like what are we doing? The finale is next week. What are we doing? Anyways, we have some conversations to get to with the arrival of the Bombshells. So immediately, Tay and Amara are scheming on Sincere. And Tay is letting Amara know, listen, this is not the same Sincere that we saw at Casa Amor. And to keep it a buck, a lot of these men are not going to be the same men that they were at Casa Amor, because Casa Amor, what was vacation for them, was passport bros for them, was an extended bachelor party for them. They know how the OG Villa women move. They've lived with them for 3 weeks. So a lot of their shenanigans that they were doing over at Casa, they knew they were not going to get away with over here, which is why they moved the way they moved. And on the flip side, you knew that as well, because you were providing the things that they were lacking from the OG girls as you were cooped up in the Fiji hotel for 3 weeks watching the episodes just like us, right? So they're scheming. I don't know what's supposed to come of this scheme. Melanie seems very stressed out, says she's drained, says she's over this, she's on her last leg, but we know ultimately she's going to go back to Sincere. Unless you start pulling Caleb or Dylan or somebody for chats, I'm not going to buy what Melanie is saying. She's just going to sit there and sulk and then go back to kissing Sincere in the bed and back to forgiving him. Sincere has a conversation with Moore as well, and basically lets her know, listen, look at here, I'm happy you're here. I am happy to see you. I just cannot. Talking about some I am happy to see you and all of the things, right? So that's on that. We also have a conversation with Anaya and Carl and Insultize And, you know, Anaya's like, oh my gosh, I'm blessed to have you back. I'm blessed that you're here. I'm blessed that, you know, you were able to come back into, you know, the show and all the things. And Carl's like, that's all well and good, but I still kind of got my walls up. You're going to have to work for this if you really like me. And I hope it clicks for Anaya that if you really want this for Carl, Carl can't be utilized as a plot device to make Casey jealous or to get the attention that you want from Casey. Like you got to be all locked in. If you really like Carl, pursue Carl. You know what I'm saying? Like be all about Carl. So then it was messy because I don't know the sequence of events based off of the editing. But we get to a bed scene. Oh, before that, it looks like Parita and Corbin are doing the sex in the shower, you guys. I cannot, you guys. But there was a bed scene, right? In the bed scene, they're asking Anaya, is the door completely closed with you and KC? And I'm like, please stop this. Because it already was like this yesterday with Zack Attack. Zack Attack was already trying to plant the seeds. Well, you know, KC was thinking about you at Casa Amor, that this was very difficult for him to bring back TT. But that's a different, you know, show that we saw at Casa Amor. KC pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like he was coming back with something. So I don't know if we were, you know what I'm saying, on the same wavelength of the show. But I got the vibe day one. As soon as KC hit Casa Amor, it was on and popping. You know what I'm saying? He was leaving here with something. I don't know if this is before or after, but Carl immediately is taking Amora's order for breakfast. So I don't know, like, I don't know what the intent and everything else is with what the end game is about. The final conclusion of this first look is a fire pit conversation between KC and Anaya, y'all. And it already looks like it's going to be a hot mess express. Because Casey's all like, I want you to go first. And Anaya's like, I think you should go first. I think you should explain yourself. And Casey's like, no, I think you should go first. And then Anaya's like, I think you should go first. And Casey does not go first. And it's like, ladies first. And Anaya's like, well, I think you're an effing coward. So it's like, maybe this conversation doesn't need to happen. Maybe we don't need we don't need these conversations. Like at this point, like what are we doing? What are we doing? Casey and Anaya do not have good communication with each other, especially when they're pissed. When they are pissed off at each other, it's epic fail. It is epic fail, and it's not going to end well. Anaya, just focus on Carl. And I'm curious to see who pulled who for a chat. Who initiated this talk? Who initiated this conversation? Was it Anaya or was it KC? Is what I want to know. Who, you know, orchestrated this? We know it was obviously production, but who, you know what I'm saying? Who did this? Was it Anaya or was it KC? So, nonetheless, we got to see. But again, Anaya, if you're serious about Carl, you got to lock this in. Because you got to understand from his perspective. Yes, he can have empathy and sympathy for you as far as how things panned out at the fire pit with Casey. However, he also got rejected. He also got rejected by you and dumped from the villa. So in his mind, yes, you are a priority. However, if there's another option like Amora, like somebody else, don't think he's just going to be sitting there twiddling his thumbs in the villa for you to figure out your your alleged closure conversation that you want to have with Casey. But I feel like this is a bad idea for Anaya and Casey to have this conversation. Perhaps they should wait until after movie night. So it sounds like from this episode, we are not getting movie night. It sounds like movie night is either going to be Tuesday or Thursday, is what it sounds like to me. Tuesday or Thursday should be the movie night episode, and when we can reconvene from there. But I need to hear from y'all. That is it for this first look. I need to know what your thoughts are. What do you think of Bryce and Trinity getting a date? What do you think of Amora coming back, shaking things up with Sincere and Melanie? What do you think of Tay and Amora setting up some schemes for Melanie and Sincere. Also, there was a scene too, I think Zack Attack and Bryce, they're kind of mad at Amara because apparently they may be aware of her after sun comments. I don't know. And I don't know if Amara's going to be messy too that Carl kissed Sydney at After Sun to Anaya to maybe have Anaya crash out. I don't know. I don't know if they're allowed to reveal that type of information or not, or if it's strictly just going to be about whatever happens in the villa stays in the villa type of thing. So we'll, I guess, get all of those answers. And I feel like this Casey and Anaya conversation is about to be explosive, is about to be set up for more discourse that I just do not want. You know what I'm saying? I just do not want the discourse. I just want movie night, to be honest with you. So nonetheless, that's it for this video. Do me the biggest favor and like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.